Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon,
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you, everybody? Hope your week was great.
Yes, it was. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you for everything. I would like to do a kind of, sorry for just joining. I'm sorry. I would like to ask for comments about the class so far. What, if it's really adding value, if we are too fast, if we are too slow, if you have gained anything, if you have been able to apply it. I wish the expos would have done a kind of review, or should I say feedback. So it will help me to know if I'm meeting your need or not. So we won't be wasting our time. So let us quickly do that. Next 1, 2, 3 minutes. Are we together? No, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
I'm
right.
right here.
Give me my results now. Let me know how I'm doing. So the last lap, I can know what to improve on.
Of course, sir. Yes, sir. I will. So far, yes, sir. It's been absolutely like say enlightening. The sessions that we have had with you, the first 2 sessions. I mean, this is like the last one, and personally, I think it's even going to be the same case for everybody. I'm a little sad about it that it's the last session that we're having on this Excel Advanced, because it has really been enlightening so far, and there's been a lot that I have learned and we have learned, and also the like call it the resources that you gave us to also look at. I mean, we're talking about Chandu and then Leila. You told us to also go follow them on YouTube and look at their videos, and to be honest, it's been really, I'm really grateful for that. And I think I speak for everyone when I say that we're really thankful and grateful, and that we have learned a lot, and that we are quite sad that this might be the last session that we're having with you. But I mean, considering the knowledge that we have obtained so far, and yeah, it's been wonderful so far. I guess that's about it. It's been excellent so far.
Oh, great. My head is swelling. So the speed is okay. The rate at which I'm moving, driving you guys. The rate is not too fast, not too rough.
It's not. It's not. The speed is just right. And if any one of us have any issues, we always call your attention to it, and you take it again. So it's been an absolute beautiful learning process so far.
I'm challenged. Okay, I really appreciate that feedback. It's, I must confess, and I would like to give every one of us that challenge too. Within the past 3 weeks, I myself have been able to gain a lot, because it's not just that I know, but for you to teach someone, I can't afford to come forward and be doing MMM or some things. I also had to, do some rehearsals before I come to class. So I think your invitation or this opportunity has also helped me. And that's one of the things I learned, that anytime you have opportunity to share what you know, it makes it stick and help you to get the basics better than ordinarily what you knew before you had to teach people. So thank you very much, Noye. I appreciate that. I want to take too much time. I believe you have spoken the mind of people, but I will still insist, if you feel I'm fast, slow, too fast or too slow, please don't hesitate to, too fast, yes. I don't know if I could ever be too slow. If I'm ever too fast, please don't hesitate to bring me back. So without wasting much time, I'll need to share some file with us as I usually do. Today we are doing something on dashboard. And to do dashboard, it is such a, when I say dashboard, I didn't just say we are teaching, we are looking at dashboard for the sake of dashboard sake. We are looking at dashboard because it will help us to bring together all the knowledge we have gained from different areas, bring them together, work them in, and then we'll be able to apply into something something presentable, something catchy. I've gotten to know that when you do your data analytics, people don't look at the figures, but they want to see the pattern, the pictures. So the more the pictures, the more colors you can add. When I say color, I'm not saying add a color, because one of the rules of dashboard is don't use more than 2-3 colors. Apart from white and black, any other color you want to add should not be more than 2 or 3. One for highlights, then the other ones you can tone them up or down. Maybe you want to do current year, you make it very bold, bright color. Then previous year, you make it a bit faint, or you want to do actual and budgets. One of them will be bright, the other one will be faint, and that has been the normal trend. And there's a saying that the lesser the number of colors, the better. So I was supposed to share something. Let me share with us quickly. So we'll pick it up from there. I don't know if anybody had any feedback from the last class, questions, challenges, maybe while you are trying it. Did you have any challenge, experience any problem? Please tell me. Let me know. We're in it together.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Yes, I maybe when we get there, you did mention fill up, fill look up at the point, and when I tried it, I noticed that some lines don't pick up. So is there any reason when you do a fill lookup from 1 to 20, and column 1 to 20, and the system picks, every other thing except?
We can't hear you. Volume.
Okay. I said I tried to do a fill lookup, and the system, and I'm ranging between column 1 to 20, and the system, excluded 3 lines, and I tried everything I could. I couldn't reconcile it.
Okay, good. What's happening? I can hear myself, so just let me do the next one of my devices. Okay, good. Yeah. So, as you have said, I always prefer you share it. And that is the essence of practicing what you are doing. The more you practice, the more you see some things that nobody may ever remember to teach you. So if you can just simply share your screen now, I'll be happy to work with you on this.
It's an official document on another laptop. And I
okay,
don't have
okay, no problem.
Okay, let me quickly do a VLOOKUP. That's where we are starting from. Have you seen what I shared with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So I'll share my screen from here. I'm going to share my screen from I'm trying to share my screen now. Sorry. Wait. Cancel. Okay. I want to open the file I sent to Snell so we can open on the same page. Okay. And that's where we are going to start from. Share my screen. This file. You know what the file says? Dashboard file. I don't know which file are we seeing.
The one you just sent to us on WhatsApp now.
Okay, good. Okay, so you have all opened it. So we are trying to do something on this file today. And to whet your appetite, what we are going to do is expected to look like this. Where is it? I like whetting our appetite. So that is one of the things I try to do, and it helps me too. So this is what I want us to do, be able to replicate. Can we see it?
Yes, we
Hello?
can.
Yes, sir.
You can
Yes,
see.
we can.
Good. For you to be able to achieve something like this, you'll be able to do different types of charts. From here, I can see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of charts. Those are the things I will look at one by one. Then we'll be able to see the slicer. Remember, I shared we treated slicer at length. Remember? Then we will now do a little bit of graphics. I said it earlier, most of these people, I happened to my boss. I did a presentation for my boss one day, and I was called upon to come and look at another better presentation. And when I look at the so-called better presentation, the details, the information required are not legible. One, those things that are there, the data does not really make, I can't see any insight from it. But just that the thing was so beautiful and flashy. And my boss told me that when the guy started this, like everybody just said, wow. And lo and behold, meaning that I did all the work, gave you all the facts, and I even looked at that guy's information. There are some incorrect information there. And at that point, I'm like, no, this is cheating. I don't know if you can, how you'll be able to defend that kind of thing. This is cheating, really. I did all this. Mine is more legible. You can see the point, you can see the trend, you can see the flow from one element to the other. And yeah, someone who just puts icons, charts, figure, pictures, and just telling me that his own is better because he has some beautiful colors. Okay, good. So for you to be able to achieve this thing, you must have an understanding of color. And if you look at this color pattern, how many colors can we see? Can see red, yellow, green, a variant of red. Which one? Again. And the background is blue with a gradient from dark blue to light blue, you know. And then we have some white and black items. That's just all the number of colors. Otherwise, it would have been like a I don't know, a little child's play. All right, so that is where we're going. Now we have two data here. And I don't know if we'll be able to finish this in 2 hours, but I will try my best. So please run with me. We have master data and we have input data. What we are looking at, this master, as we usually do when we talk about databases, we always have an information somewhere. The product ID, the category it belongs to, the unit of measurement, the price. Don't mind this spelling, it is price, not price. The price, the selling price, the buying price, then the selling price. Then we also have the input data. These are the things it puts in on a regular basis. Can you see something here? This is one of the things we talked about last time, data validation. And you see this one as well. This is one of the things we did, data validation. So we need to connect these two data, because what we need to look at, we want to see the date pattern. We want to see the sales type, the trend between the sales type, the payment mode. You want to see the okay, this is quantity. How does quantity affect sales? Product ID, what quantity we have? Okay, the quantity we have. Then we now come here to the master data. The master data has the buying price and the selling price for every product. It also tells us the category and the unit of measurement. So we need to connect these two data. From what we knew last time, somebody just tell us what we need to do to connect it. Oh, nobody's answering me. What can we do to connect it?
Using Power Query.
We can use Power Query. Oh, good. So we have what will be the connection between the two of them? Product ID.
Product ID.
Product ID is here, and product ID is also here. Well, because of this person that talked about VLOOKUP, I would like us to use another method. I will, maybe if I can also use that Power Query, I will also use it. But I want to also let us explore VLOOKUP option in this case. So this is the information we want to connect with this. Normally, we could have done it as databases. This one will be on its own, the other one will be on its own. So when we connect them, then the system will automatically pick the information. But well, in case we are afraid of Power Query, we can go the long route. But remember, I told you something. Using VLOOKUP heavily on your data, on your file, will make your file very heavy, especially when you have a very large data set. This one is not large. We have 528 items here. And here we have 45 products. So we can still indulge ourselves on this. So let me bring all the information from this place over here. Control C. I'm bringing it over to the side. We have product ID already. So do I need it again? product ID. No, I don't need product ID again. So what I need is category. I need category. I need unit of measurement. And what again? Let me see. Okay, I need the product itself. Yes, product itself. And that product could be anything, though. If I want to do it, I can say, let us quickly create a product set of 45 items. When I have to do things like this, can I tell you a secret? How many of you have used ChatGPT before?
I have.
You have. Good. So if you just tell ChatGPT, give me a list of 46 grocery items. To give you that list, you bring it in, you match product 1 to 46 to the list that you have. And instead of you to be having product 1, product 2, product 3, you have some meaningful stuffs. So don't let me go there now. I think you understand what we are trying to achieve, really. So I'll come here. VLOOKUP. What we need is category. Okay, we need products. Yes, we don't need products. We need products. What we don't need is product ID. And remember, this thing is table. This thing has a table name. The table name is input data. The other one also has a table name, is master data. So VLOOKUP. Another version of VLOOKUP now is XLOOKUP. We are looking for product ID, comma. The guide on how to use this VLOOKUP is already showing. What are you looking up? We are looking up for P0024. Then where do you want to look for it? Table array, that is this table from up to down.
I think we can also name the table, right? So that
you can also name the table. You are very much correct. We can also name the, and if you see, when I selected everything here, it just brought out the name of the table itself. Can you see what happened? It brought out the name of the table. Then you can also do something here. You can go to formula, use in formula, name. It's not here. Table name. Okay, it should be in name manager. I didn't put it in name manager. It should be there. Okay. Formula. All right. So I can put master data. Can you see? I just typed master and it brought out something to let me know that this is a table. Master data. So from master data, what is it that I need? I need products. That is row 2. Products, comma, 0. Interesting. Okay, why is it not recognizing what I picked? Let's do that one. You know why I used to? When you are doing VLOOKUP, you actually looking up the item you pick. This is product ID, which is what we picked here. We picked it here. Then we selected the table, the entire table or the array of the data set where that information is. One thing about VLOOKUP is that what you are looking for must be on the leftmost part of the table. It can now search to the right. Look for the information you are looking for towards the right. So you can say the next column is 1, the second column is 2, or the first column where you are on is 1. This second column is 2. The third column is 3, 4, 5, and on like that. You will see how we are going to bring in all the information from this master data into our input data. See what I did now. What I put here is column 2, that is product, and then I have to pick 0. 0 simply means that it should return a true value. Should I put it? True value. If there are instances where you expect VLOOKUP to give you an approximate value. Example, if you are looking at the age range between 0 and 50, and you have a data you want to VLOOKUP, like you just don't say age 5. Whereas on the other data set, you may not have age 5, you may not have 6 is the nearest figure. So if you say VLOOKUP 5 and the system could not see 5, it will go and pick the nearest one, which is 6. Let me know them, but the most commonly used one is 0. I don't want to. So I believe that we are master students. We can always do research on whatever I say, but I'm giving you an idea. 0 is what we are going to use here. So we can also copy the same formula, copy it, put it under category.
I have a question.
Okay?
Yeah, I was going to ask if you can please help go over this VLOOKUP again. I'm having issue getting this at product ID.
Okay, at product ID, this is a table already. You understand?
Okay.
Okay, I will repeat the process. Don't let me go copy and replicate what I had before. I want to come here and pick category. Category is here. Category is column 1, 2, 3. So I come here, I do VLOOKUP. The connecting factor is product ID. So I'll come here, VLOOKUP, comma. This is product ID. I would like you to know something. It is because we are working with table that this data is behaving like this. If we are not working with table, it won't just pick. It won't say at product ID. Can you see what I pick? I only pick column B2. If it were not to be a table, it will only pick, show me that B2 for your comfort. Control C, Control V. Now this is a table. I changed it from being a table. I don't want it to be a table again. Control C. What is it? Okay. Right click. I don't want it to be a table again. From table, convert to range. Good. I converted it to range now. So come and see what will happen. VLOOKUP. What do I want to use to do the VLOOKUP? B2. Abby? Can you see? This is where table, using table and using range, that is where the difference comes in. B2, I want to go and pick the same information from our master data. I will select all the information from here to here.
I think the table is already named. If you just—
It's already named. Yes, I'm just describing
Okay.
using a normal conventional, if you are not dealing with table. You know, table is a bit for master students, for advanced people. So if you see, it's even showing us master data already. If I don't pick the last item, it will show master data. You understand? It's only picking it up to the last, up to the second, to the last. But if I pick the last one, it will just tell me master data. And the same way, if I go to where I was typing it, I could just type master data and it will give me an option to let me know that, are you referring to this table? And that will be the story. Now, also let me say something. When you are using this method, using a range and not a table, you can see that it told me master data worksheets, row cell A2 to F45. When you are working with this kind of information, you need to lock the reference. And the simple way of locking the reference is pressing F4. F4, or if you are using the kind of laptop I'm using, press function, then you press F4. You have to lock that one and also lock this one too. I don't know if I think the first class, the person taking you mentioned absolute and relative references. Am I right? On my own. Am I too fast? Huh? Am I too fast? Please tell me now.
Okay.
Let me know where to come. No, I want to quickly refresh. That silence means something is not okay.
I think the phrase is okay, but my question is, in case you want to pick the VLOOKUP from the right side, just like you pick from the left side, is there any method or a particular way to do that?
Yes.
For instance, if the product ID on the master data is on the right and you want to do from right to left, how can you do that? Because most times the data can be skewed to the left or the right.
Good. That's not a problem. There are different ways. There's a code method. Before XLOOKUP came, we were doing it in those days. You have product data here instead of where it was. So what you simply do on you are the owner of the table. Nobody is saying you shouldn't tamper with it or something. I simply copy this product ID. Is it product ID? Okay, it is a product ID we are talking about. Sorry. A product ID we are talking about. I simply copy it and put it on the left-hand side. I just copy and insert. And that solves my problem. But nowadays, you can use this thing they call XLOOKUP. That is the new development. We look at XLOOKUP. Okay, let me quickly finish this one. Then I can just try and see. There's also another thing they use, index match. Index match is actually something like a way of working around, similar to VLOOKUP, but it does its own. It makes it easy for you to go in different directions, right or left. So this, let me now quickly conclude on this differentiation I'm doing between VLOOKUP on data and VLOOKUP on a range. When you have the information here, unlike when it was a table will just bring out it will automatically populate the field, everything on the cell. Let me repeat the same thing. VLOOKUP, product ID, comma. We are looking from it from master data. You can see column 3, column comma 3, then column comma 3, which 3 refers to the column we want the information from. Can you see it's populated everything? I just pick P0024. It recognized it as product ID and it made the work easy. So if you are doing 1 million rows, it's just one press of the button and you are through. But if you have to come to what we are doing on a range, you now have to double click this thing for it to work around. Anything you change, you have to double click it for your formula to reflect down the column. Now, I was saying something about this locking. This locking simply refers to, okay, let me do something here for the sake of clarity. But I don't, no, not yet. I can't do it now. I'll do it shortly. I'll show you something. So now, from what we have here, we replicate it for unit of measurements.
I think we need to change the column, right?
Exactly. Thank you for saying that. I want to show you how easy it could be for us to just do it. You just come here, and mind you, while I was doing it, if I copy, I only copied this thing. I didn't copy the is equal to sign. If I copy the equal to sign and bring it here like this, it will, no. If I copy the equal to sign with the formula and try to paste it somewhere else, it will give me the desired results. What am I saying? Control C. If I copy like this and put it here, it is working. Oh, why is it working
If
like
you
this?
if you copy it and then you paste the formula,
Yes.
not just paste like that, you paste the formula, the function also.
All right, I get to the point. I wanted to just let you know that okay, sorry, I think it is this way. If I drag it this way, yes, if I drag it this way, it will give me the desired answer. I will need to make sure I copy because of this thing they call relative and absolute referencing. Relative means that this thing, product ID, when I move it to the next side, it will move relatively to the next column, which is quantity. Do you understand? Now, it is not quantity we are using to check. If you move here, it will change to sale type. You move here, it will change to payment mode. That is not what we want. So I will now copy my formula specially this way. Yes, this way and this way. Now I'll have to edit this part. Except for the third column, I want you to return the fourth column. This one, I want you to return the fifth column, isn't it? And
Yes.
this one, I want you to return the sixth column. VLOOKUP, I hope we are able to, if you have the same issue here, see what's going to happen. What I was trying to explain there. This thing changed from B2 to C2. It changed from B2 to C2, from here to D2, and from here to, normally, it is expected that when you are dragging something down, this one will change to C3, C4, C5, C6, on and on like that to pick the relative information. But if you want it to be absolute, when I say absolute, I mean that you don't want it to change. We are coming here. What we want is B2. We want to use to do this VLOOKUP. So instead for this one to be C2, I change this thing back to B. And if I don't want it to be changing, as I'm copying and pasting along the line, I can simply lock it. This locking, you will see, once you press F4, it will put $ in front of B, before B and before 2. If you press it again, it will remove one of the dollars. If you press it again, it will switch the $. If you press it again, it will return it. So it toggles between those 4 options. Lock the row, lock the column, lock row and column, unlock row and column. So if, as we are doing this thing now, I happen to lock B2, I can decide to lock B. Function F, function F4, function F4, I lock the column, but I'm not locking the row. So I can simply drag it like this. And you see what will happen. Then I can just press it down and to do what I want it to do. Sorry. Fill now. Fill copy cells. What's happening? Okay, yes. Copy cells, fill formatting, yes. What's happening now? At times, you can't explain what is happening when you are working on it. So can you see this one B2, this one B3? When you come here, it's still B2. It's still B2. It's still, can you see? It is still column B, and it is not. Then it also lock this thing. This reference, if you are not careful, if you don't lock the array or the file you are referencing, then you might be on your own, because this thing will be changing. This one will change from A2 to B45. The next one will be A3 to B46. The next one will be A4 to B47. Therefore, you are going out of the data you are supposed to reference. I don't know if it's getting clearer. I wish I could just be demonstrating it, but let me leave that one. We have a long way to go. This is not our destination today. So, question? I hope that is clear.
Yeah, well, the other parts I was asking, not too clear. If you can just, if you go to master data, for instance, go to your master data, please. So can you copy that product ID to column G and do a VLOOKUP backwards? Yeah.
I told you it won't work now. That's what I explained earlier.
Okay.
I said it won't work. I said it won't work. What you can do is you can use XLOOKUP. Let me try XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP is equal to this. What am I looking up? POO for product ID. And where am I looking for it? The array. This array. F4. Abi? No, not yet. I think you should close it. So what is it looking for again? What is it asking me again? Return array. What should it return? It should return the particular column. So which column do I want it to return? Master data. I want it to return this kg. Should I need to lock it? Oh no, sorry. Okay, why is it not answering me? I want it to return master data dd array if not found. Okay, master return array if not found. I don't think it could happen that it will be found. Then match mode. Match mode should be 0. Then search mode, I don't need it. Yeah, that's good. Interesting. Why is it not getting me?
Sorry, when it said if not found, what are you supposed to do for if not found? What
I just asked it to give me to ignore. I can ask it to make it 0.
Okay.
You understand? So hold on. AG, that is our master data where we are looking for the information. Let me ask it to go to XLOOKUP, product ID, product AG, go from B to G. Give me column DD. Yeah. Column DD, master, if not return array, okay, if not found, ignore, match mode 0, And search mode, well, you can ignore 1.
Sorry, what's your return array?
Return array is that
Because there's
column.
lookup array. Okay, that's the column 2 or 3
yeah.
or whatever. Okay.
Column DD, yeah. Let me see what is wrong here. Up on this value, up on this error. So the calculation steps. These are some of the things about troubleshooting. Okay, evaluate, why? Restart. Product ID, XLOOKUP, okay, P0038, XLOOKUP, P0038, yes. Master data B2G. Why is that the case? The master data, just a minute again. Having a mind of its own. XLOOKUP, product ID, master data, B2G, remember? Function F4, master data B2G, lookup value, lookup array. Then I want it to return column D. From here, yes. I beg, please, let me leave this thing. This time I have to use it. I have to go and reference something. But it's actually, there's a way you can reference it. In fact, let me show you an easy way for referencing when you have issues on applying formulas. It is very easy. It is something we all need to work on to learn how to use, because I can't tell you that everybody has this thing in their head. And also know that XLOOKUP, I think, is only available on the latest lookup array.
365.
You say what?
I said Office. Is it Office 365 you wanted to say?
Yes, I think it's only available on Office 365. So you look up this thing. This is what we are looking up. The lookup array is a reference, which is the master data. Function F4. Master data. Then what is the return array? Range of the array you want it to return. That is from master data. We want it to return everything here, anything here, corresponding information from here. So based on this, I don't think we need any other information again. If not found, any can be. If not found, can just ignore. Match mode, we can say it should be 0. I think this is all we need. So why is it not picking? I can't answer that question right now.
Sorry, is
Yeah.
it possible that it's because you are picking the header? From the return range, I can see from the other ones, you've not been picking the header.
Let me check something. P24 is equal to this. is equal to, if I try this and if it doesn't work, you permit me to leave it. I don't want to be distracted by this. Yes, it's okay to take it. You can look up our VLOOKUP. You can go and look for VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP on wherever. Don't let us wait time on this one. Whenever I need to use it, I always have a way around it. So let's go to our VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP has been helping us since the 19th century. It has not failed us. So, yes, we are trying to create a data that we'll be able to work on. Let me explain some things we have to do today.
Sorry, can I ask a question?
Right.
Okay, so the difference between VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP, is it just that XLOOKUP gives you that platform to search from right to left? Is that the difference?
That's not the only difference. VLOOKUP slash XLOOKUP, if you just type VLOOKUP slash X versus XLOOKUP, you see some of the differences. It also has some, it allows you to sort either up or down. It allows you to, when you are looking at in a non-perfect match, I mean non-exact match, it can indicate that you want it to pick the next one that is higher or the next one that is lower. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
The next one that is higher or the next one that is lower. So it allows you to, it has some other, these are just a few I can mention. Excel is packed with a lot of functionalities, and most of us use less than 10% of what Excel can do. So today, let me just quickly highlight what we want to do on this dashboard stuff. For us to get to that point, we need to work with our data sheets, prepare the database as in synchronize them, let them come together. Then we will now analyze, see what are the KPIs we want to measure. After then, we'll design a background that will be able to give us this information. Then we will be able to now come up with arranging the dashboard. Then those things we did in analyzing the data, the KPI, we will now bring them into the dashboard background that we have designed. And then we'll put everything together. If you look at, I don't know, okay, it's not on that thing I sent to you. If you look at the sample I shared with you, what we want to replicate, you can see that it has some things called icons like this. Icons like this. All these things are available on in Excel. So we pick them up. Then these things you see, this slicer will create these slicers. We will now create charts and get this information from the charts. Those ones you should be able to, I believe you will be able to. So let us quickly go into that analysis. We have 1 hour to go. 1 hour to go. So my input data, I'm through with everything. I now need to get something. This is my buying price, this is my selling price, which I got from there. The buying price should not just be the buying price, it should be buying price times the quantity that was bought. So I will now put something here, total buy. Total, should I make it total buy or total buying? Let me name it total buy. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Then total sales or total buy. Should I make it total purchases? I don't want to use purchases. I want to use something that looks close to what we have already. So we have total purchases and we have total sales. So for us to get total purchases, what do we do? What do we do?
Multiply your buying price by your
buying price
quantity
times the quantity. Can you see the way Excel picks? You are picking reference J2 and reference C2, but the system, can you see what happened? Then the sales What are we going to do? Similarly, what are we doing? Let's get that. Tell me.
And quantity.
Selling price and quantity. Is that all? There's another parameter there.
We subtract from discount. We subtract discount from
the
it.
discount. That's good. How do we go about it?
What's the discount? 2%.
Am I correct? Am I correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes, you are.
Okay, I just selling price times quantity times bracket open 1 minus the discount. And that's it. So what again do we need? From this our template, we want to replicate something. You can see year, we can see months, we can see daily. So we need to retrieve or extract. This one is very easy to do in Power Query. Unfortunately, we are not using Power Query today. I wish we could use it so we can just explore these things. Let me quickly see what I can do here, because time is not on our side. It's like we are racing to getting the answer. So we have the dates. There's a formula we can use to retrieve the date. If it is in Power Query, just click and the system will just give it to you. But here, there's a formula you use and it will give you that information. We call it text. Text. All right, if you look at that text, can you see some options on that text? You can use text after, text before, text join, text split, array to text. I don't know what all these other ones are used for. So those are some beautiful things you can do with text. We are looking at texting. We want to pick the date, the month, and the year. So from the dates, will now indicate when you want to describe day, just use DD. Are we together? It works like magic. The same thing you did here, just copy it to this side. No, I don't want to do this way. This is what I was talking about. I'll just copy the formula only. I'll leave the equal to sign. I will come here, I'll put equal to and say Control V. Here, I will also do the same thing. It's equal to paste. So DD is what we use for day. For month, who can guess what we are supposed to use?
MM. Oh, N.
If you use yes, will work. It will give you the month in number. But if you say it will give you the month using the first 3 abbreviation of the month. If you say it will give you the full month, this full split spelled name of the month. So don't let me tell you are not correct. You understand? You are comfortable with Then for this one, what do we do? Tell me, we are together.
Why?
Why? Or why? Why? Yeah, so we are there. So where do we go next? We have our input data, we have our master sheet. So I would like to create, I don't need this one. Is either I delete it or I hide it. I don't need it. I create another worksheet. I'll call it analysis. Analysis worksheet. Or that is like my working rough work for my rough work or for my analysis. Then I will now create another one. I will call it my dash. That's where I will put everything I want to do, I have done, and all like that. So for my analysis, where do I start from? Look at the thing we want to replicate. Where is it? Oh, this is it now. Dashboard. This is the specimen. We want to specimen. We want to replicate. So we can see we need total sale, total profit, and then profit margin. Good. Then we need this slicer. I'll be able to slice according to the year. Then I'll be able to slice according to the month. I'll now also need sale type. Remember that thing where I show you data validation. Then we also need payment mode. So let's start. We use basically pivot table for this one. In case you have not really grasped pivot table very well, this is your opportunity to ask questions. You insert the pivot table on a new worksheet. This is our analytics worksheet. Insert it here. Analysis worksheet. What's happening? This is what I want. Pivot table in an existing worksheet. I want it to be here. So where do I start from? I want something that will look like this. Let me first say something that looks like this. On a daily basis, I want to see the flow of my data on a daily basis. So I can see a kind of trend every month, what it looks like. So coming here, I'll pick day. I'll put it here. And under this specimen, what is it? It's talking about sales, most especially. Is it sales or purchases? It's a sales dashboard, so this one should be about sales. So it should now give me the total sales. Remember? So from here, I don't need the grand total. You come to design and you remove the grand total. So I can rename this one day. I can name this one total sales. At times, when you pick something, the system may not want to agree. It may say that name already exists. So a simple way of doing it is that just put a space in front. It will be different from total sales because it has an extra space in front, and that solves your problem. So I now want to insert a chart that will look like what I had. Which chart? Where is the chart going to come from? Area charts. This is it. Can you see?
Yes.
Does it look like what we are looking for? Can you see?
Yes, yes.
It looks like it. So for us to make it really look like it very well, we remove this thing. Just right click on it, say you don't want hide all field buttons. Then you come here, total. I don't need chart title. I don't need the legend. We all know it's total. We all know it's total sales. Then the figures will just be like that, a trend over across the months. So that takes care of that. So there's something in pivot. If you are doing related pivot data, you're analyzing something related, it is not okay for you to go back to that data and pick insert another pivot table. It is known that there is a memory space that another memory space will be created for that particular pivot table. But if you copy an existing one like this, copy it and paste it, the system will see it as if they are the same thing. Though they are not, you cannot edit it, but it will go and occupy a different memory space on the system. I don't know if what I'm saying is making any sense. It will go and create another space. It will occupy, there's something called RAM on our system. It will go and create another space for that. So that takes care of that. Now, this one we want to do, we want to look at, let's just look at a general sales and purchases and see the difference, the profit margin, and see what it will look like. So I remove day under this one. I don't need day. I have total sales. I have total purchases. So instead for me to have it like this, I can just remove it and go to my space in front and let me have my figure like that. I'm good. I'll still come back to this one. So we'll still come back to it to come and look at some things. Now, there are some things when we are working on, when you are working on Excel, picking data directly from the pivot is not always the best. You could walk around it, you could do it occasionally, but it may not be the best. So when you are trying to do some dashboarding, you want to create some charts, like this chart we created below. There are some charts you cannot create using information directly from the pivot table. So we need to walk around it. So in this case, we can do something like total sales, total profits, then profit percentage. What is our total sales? This is it. Is it not? Then what is our total profits? Our total profit is what?
Sales minus purchase.
Total sales minus total
Purchase.
purchases. Okay. Now, what is our profit margin percentage?
Profit divided by total. Sales.
Profit divided by what?
Total sales.
By total.
Total
Hmm?
sales.
Is it purchase?
Total
profit.
sales.
Which is profit divided by total purchases.
Okay.
And then we want it to be in percentage. Dollars. We do it this way. Good. We are going somewhere in the next 5 minutes. Wherever we stop, wherever we have reached, I'll move on to the dashboard design, and then the information we have, we'll copy it and use it the way it is. Now, if you look at our specimen, we have this daily, we have another one for monthly, we have another one for product, we have this. So I'll quickly rush through those ones. All I have to do is just to copy this thing. Control C. Monthly. I don't want day. I want month or month basis. Then I also want to see purchases right beside them like this. I'll just see this beside it. So sum of total purchases is pure. That's that about that. Then which other one? I mentioned product, Abby. The same one we have here. The categorization by product. When people see fine work, you don't know that what actually went into making that work fine. It's heavy. You have that product, you have category, category, yeah. And after category, what again do we need? Still type and payment mode, Abby. So, still type. Payment mode. Where is it? Payment mode. Group. So where are we now? One thing I've mentioned it earlier, there's what they call best practice. When we are working on, it is good for you to name your pivot tables. Remember, I mentioned it before. Daily. This one is, how should I name it? Sales, purchases. Okay, total sales purchases. This one is what? Monthly. This one, no, this one should be month. Please correct me if I'm going wrong, go. That's what I will know that we are together. Products. Products. This is category. Category. I name this one category wise. Are we okay with that? This one, I name it product wise. This one I named it already, monthly, Abby. Which one again? This is sales type. And this one is payments
method.
mode. Yeah. So this one should be sales type. This one is payments. Yep. Sales type and payment method, payment mode is actually this cycle, Abby. Let us quickly do that one. We have this insert charts. Do not charts. Where is do not charts? Is it there?
Check the pie first.
Hmm?
Check the pie.
Hi.
Check the pie.
Then you will
Okay,
see.
yeah.
the donut.
All right. Good. Thank you, Eshe. We are together on this journey. Okay, yeah. We normally remove this thing. Great. Hide all field buttons. Bring this one down. Remove the chart title. I want this thing to be bigger. So what can we do? I want to have data label. It's not what I actually want. So I want to give me the percentage figure. Yeah, give me and make it a bit bigger. Okay, what again? I want this thing to be thicker. Donut hole size, 75%, no. I want it to be like this, like 50%. I think it's okay this way. You agree? So
Yes.
we have this. Then sales type, we also create a donut. I need to do that one. I leave that one for my people to worry. Insert donuts. Know what to press quickly rush it. Add data label. Go there. I believe we are all conversant with charts. Chart could make a mess of somebody. At times, you'll be working with it, you'll be pressing, and you will know why something is hiding somewhere. So the advice I'll give for you is play with charts. The more you play with it, the more you understand. You just at times you'll be looking for something like this one now. Where is our donut size? How do I check it now? Where is it hiding? The thickness of the size of the hole. Can you remember?
Exactly.
I had
We
to
just
click on.
pressed it. Okay.
I had to click on it before it came
Yeah.
up. Before it comes up, 50%. Then I click on here. I remove the chart title. I bring the legend. I bring it down, and I put it just beside it here. Good. We are getting somewhere. Now, let me also say something. We have not put any slicer. So let us put slicer. Insert slicer. How do we insert it? How do we insert slicer?
I don't know.
Ah, are you?
It's showing here now. See it at pivot table design. Insert slicer.
You said you don't know. I beg, please no. So the slicers that we want the slicer for year, we want the slicer for month, we want the slicer for day. We want the slicer for category, payment, mode, not category, sales type. Okay, let me look at that for specimen again. How many slicers have I picked now? We don't need for day. actually. Product ID, quantity, sales type, payment mode, yes. Then which other one? Really for day, I don't think so. 4 slicers. So let me look on the specimen. How many slicers do they have? Year, month, sales type, and payment mode. Correct. So we just bring them together like this to get them ready for work. The interesting part is when you have to put all these things on your design dashboard. That is when you appreciate it more. And that is when I want to believe that somebody after this experience, the one dazzle some people. If I show you something I did with this dashboard stuff, I went to my account statement, I downloaded it. My account statement, I now did some cleaning, categorizing what I spent on food, what I spent on luxury, on just, something I could not account for miscellaneous, what I spent on recharge card, what I spent in giving out to people, what I spent on acquiring assets, maybe investment and things like that. And I did it for a year. It was very interesting. By the time I finished, I now added another layer to it. I have a budget. What I want to spend on this category, different things. I now have to blend them together, and I could see that I've been spending money on myself because I'm not even being a giver. And that really changed my mentality somehow. I thought about it last December that no, I have to be nice to some people. I have to make some. And that's just an insight I could give for my own personal accounting stuff. So you too, you may try to take it up. There's one hackathon they did some time ago, last year, and some people did it. And we couldn't join the hackathon, but we just decided to take it upon ourselves to work on the same data sets. And it was very interesting to let us know the disease that are prevalent in Nigeria, in Africa, and developed countries. What are the? We were able to compare and we made some mistakes. Count disease compared with population. Instead for you to use number of disease per population size, if you just count the number of disease, you may not get the proper insight that will be used for comparison. So those are some of the things. And before you know it, some people they only do a hackathon and they just be winning award all over the place. $1,000 here, $2,000 there. That's what they do all their life. Okay, back to business, Abby. Where are we now? So if you look at this slicer, what is it working for? We picked it from where? January, February, March, May. It is only working with this pivot table. Abby, can you see? It's not working with all the other. So we quickly do something they call connection. So you come here, slicer, report connections. So this one for months, we connect it to category, payment mode. I don't think we should connect it to monthly. Otherwise, if you connect it to monthly, it will be distorting that monthly. That one is already analyzing the monthly trend. So we don't need to connect it. We can connect it with every other thing. Are we together? Can we see now that it's working with? Okay, it's not working with monthly, remember, but it's working with all the other stuff. Can you see how our chart is changing? We do the same thing for yearly reports connection. We connect it with payment mode, products wise, sales type. We connect it with everything. Yep, good. We have only 2 years, so we can see. Then we also have this one. We connect this one with report connection. We connect it with everything apart from payment mode. Apart from payment mode, connect with every other thing. This remind, let me check this one again. Did you connect it with everything? Sales type? I've not even connected it. Monthly payment mode. I don't connect it to sales type. Yeah. Good. Are we there?
Yes, so that means you connect to every other what's it called now? Item, except for the one you are working on. Like when you talked about payment mode, so you connect with other labels except payment mode. Is that it? Is that
Yes.
okay?
Yes. Okay, good. We want to design this kind of sales board.
Sorry, let me take you back a bit. Let me understand. When you connect,
yes.
Yeah, when you connect, what exactly are you trying to achieve by the connection?
Okay, if you click on an option,
yes,
it will be able to extract, it will only filter only that information from the corresponding table. So if I click on 2021 now, all the information I have here is 2021.
Okay.
Only. The total sales for 2021 is this. The profit margin is 19% for the entire 2021. If I now want to also say 2021 only cash payments.
Okay.
If I now say, okay, online payment, we know that when we click 2021, it was 19%, but only cash payment is 20%. And that means online payment. That means online payment is not as profitable as cash payment.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Right. And you can now decide you want to look at 2022.
Yeah.
You can now say you want to look at, okay, direct sales, 20%, online sales, 20%. Okay. Online sales, 20%, direct sales, 21%, wholesale, 22%. That means from wholesale, we are making more money than any other sale method.
Okay.
So that's what the pivot the
okay, I get it.
Okay. All right.
Thank
now we are trying to take this thing further. Okay, let me quickly do a chart for this one. This one is for insert. This is a race between a serious one. Hide all these things. Bring this one down. Remove the okay. We are okay with every other thing. Chart title, we don't need it. The grid lines, you don't need grid lines. It makes your workplace looks cleaner if you don't have grid lines. So we have this here, like this. Okay. Now let me also explain something. When you are working with chart with in Excel, it is possible for you to want to zoom. Maybe you know this zoom on the lower part of your screen for whatsoever reason. The best thing for you to do is to put your zoom on 100%. Because when you are copying and pasting, when you are working with dashboard, it will make a mess of your stuff. Making when you copy from one place to another, everything will now scatter. So this. Now let me quickly go to our for that dashboard stuff. There's a secret I would like to show you today. It is easy for you to just come around, start drawing shapes like this. start drawing shapes and arranging them. Control D, arranging them, putting something here. Putting something here, putting another one there. It is possible for you, but the better option is going to PowerPoint, do your work in PowerPoint, then come back here. It makes your work, because PowerPoint actually has a page boundary. You'll be able to work within that page, set up whatever you want to do. Then when you bring it here, you copy all your sheets, all your charts, put it there, and then it makes life easy for you. Let us go to PowerPoint and see what I'm talking about. I need to share my screen for you to see my PowerPoint, Abby.
Yes.
Okay, where is it? Now, there's something on this PowerPoint. You see something they call grid line, guide, ruler, and these things. These things they do a lot in the workflow. They help you in when you are doing graphics. The grid line has a way of snapping, giving you an idea of what is the dimension or the ratio of the pages you are working on. So let me quickly do something. What we quickly do here, we just bring in these shapes. Shape like this. Another one like this. If somebody can help me find the logo of LBS, so I can put it on top somewhere. So, what am I looking at? Let me look at the specimen again and see what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, all this. Okay. All right. Insert. If you have any question, please, or if you don't understand what I'm doing, please say it too, because I'm just assuming that we all understand what I'm doing. So there's no need for me to be explaining how I'm bringing the shape together. Control D, and this one down here. And this one down here. Okay. Okay, then I now have some things here just to give us the brief summary of the matrices we are measuring. Good. Then now have some bigger ones. Control T. this is where I will put that the first chart we made. So I'm going to put it. Then another chart will be here. Then this one again, another one will be here. And this one will have another one here. Good. There's one special design that may want to give me problem, but I'll just show you one easy way of getting it in design. Where is it? Just pick up different things and adjust them to get what you want. I have something like this. Yeah, this is going to work for me. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Then I'll now put another one on top and make it look like this. Yes. Okay, this one should come to the front. I hope we are together. I hope I have everybody still with me.
Somehow.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hope I've not lost anybody.
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, that's good. I
Ship
like
is
that.
beginning to move fast.
You said what?
I said your ship is beginning to move faster.
Yeah, it's because of the time, you know. The time is not on everybody's side. In fact, Lila Garani said something. She said that what she does is that she sets a time for everything she wants to do so that she'll be able to achieve it within, conclude. Otherwise, if she doesn't set a deadline for herself, she'll just continue adjusting and the work will never finish. So yeah, I'm putting Lila Garani as if I'm putting it Bible. Okay, yeah, I want this thing to be white. Why is it showing me black? Fill with the blue color for the outline. I want it to be white or red. And I want it to have not this kind of dots, dashes. I want it to be smaller dashes. Something like this. So it look like an award plaque, you know. So let me make this one a bit bigger. So this is what I'm doing. I press Control. I'm just holding it by one side and everything is adjusting together. Then I group it together. Control G. Everything that makes up. There are three items actually. So I right click and group. Group. There's also another place on this stuff. Something that it's good for us to know. Where is it? Where you can hold. Okay, this thing they call select. This thing called selection panel actually has a list of all the items you have. So at times some items may overlap, and when you are going to pick one, it is the other one you are picking. So you can simply come here to pick which particular one you want to work on. You understand? Like if I want to change the color of this one on top now, can you see? Are you getting me? So that is something you may not be taught in Excel. You may not be taught. So now
Thank you for that. Yeah.
So we want to replicate this one, replicate it here. Okay, put this one here. Okay, this one, there are actually two of them on this table. On this, let's see if it looks like the specimen we have. Oh no, let me copy the specimen we have and put it somewhere. New slide. This is what we try to replicate in this thing. Look at all these things one by one. And mind you, as I was teaching, I'm teaching you now, I'm using two screens. So I'm looking at this thing on one system and I'm designing on the other. Don't think I'm doing it from my head, though. I'm not that wizard yet. Are you getting me?
Oh, man.
You may be like, this guy is superwoman. Don't worry. I wish I could. I'm using two screens, so I'm seeing it on one side. I'm now replicating it on the other side. So you can see what I'm doing. So does it look like it? Does it look like it? Almost.
Yeah, very close.
We are very close. Thank you for that compliment. I take it. I receive it with appreciation. Then there's a background, one at on the back end of this thing. Put that one to there, and we reduce this corner effects. Reduce this corner effects. Then we now do something. We'll right click and send it to the back. Can you see? Now the color.
Yeah.
The last one we picked is this one here. Is this final this back soft stuff. But because they are all the same colors, that's why it seems the color is blending. If you do something like this, you will still be able to fish out your work. So let me replicate it here. Replicate this slide. I will return one, make this one have the original color. It is blending. So what else can we do? There's an effect. This effect, I don't know if it is, I don't think it's in Excel. This effect is wonderful, and that is what we are going to appreciate more here. They call it shadow effect.
Sorry, please. What was the essence for the, why did we have to put the grid lines initially before you started?
Okay, well, I didn't make use of it that much. Grid line is a kind of measurement. It divides into the same size, 1 inch, or is it 1 inch or 1 centimeter? So if you are automatically measuring the size of what you are doing. That's what the grid line does. The grid line and the guidelines. The guidelines, when you are doing some copying from one side, it is possible for me to copy exactly what we have on that, what do we call it? On that specimen we are trying to replicate. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
So based on that, I'll put the grid line on top. If you see this thing, okay, just let me quickly do this thing before I show you. I won't lose the thought of what I have. Shape fill. This effect, you just see this shadow effect. Can you see? This shadow effect, then no, I don't need the glow effect. That shadow effect is just enough for me. So it has actually brought out those things, though the same color, the same background, but it's bringing them out, making them look outstanding on the back page. Now, I was saying something about the grid line. If I want to copy this thing exactly from here, I'll just be able to measure the sides. I know this one from here to here. This is where it is. I can put, where is my guideline? I can drag this guideline. Can you see this one is on 0, 0? I can drag it here. I can drag it here. Then the other one that is on 0 here, I can drag it as well. Oh, where is it? Okay, this is it. I can drag it here as well. Can you see? So all I'll just do is go back to my page. Can you see? So I'll just make sure that this thing is actually on this corner. Can you see what I did just now? Can you see the intersection of these two lines?
Yeah.
If I want to copy exactly, I'll just do, this is the grid, the guideline. There are two lines I'm using here. There's a guideline and there's grid line. The grid line are the ones that cross, make boxes. But this one is like this one that cuts from above, and there's a vertical one, horizontal one. So I know where this thing is intersecting. So I'll just try and locate that point. I'll replicate it here. By so doing, I'll be able to replicate an exact measurement of what I really wanted to. Does it make sense? Are we together? Something like this, similarly, I'll just come here. This is where this thing is supposed to be. This is the dimension. It's supposed to end here. Then I'll replicate the same thing for this one. This is dimension. I'll just create a little space here for it. And that is, by the time I finish, it will be as if I made a photocopy of the original stuff, but I just quickly did a rough draft of it. That is why I didn't use those things. Thank you for asking. I hope I answered your question.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you for that. So now back to what we are doing. There's something they call color themes. Can you see? You can play around with this thing. You can get different effects from here. Colors. Are you getting it now? Okay, back to it. We have done our part. Let me copy our job. So I can just copy it like this. Where is this black background coming from?
Sorry, is there a way you can go to the sample, what we are using, and check what color was used? Maybe when you click, since it's on PowerPoint, just click on it and see what was used and replicate.
Thank you.
I think these are gradients that was added to the background and to each of the boxes.
Okay, yes, you are right. There are gradients added. Let me do that one as well. Gradients were added somehow. So where did I get it from? Effects. No, this is effects.
No, you can get it from color. You can get it here or from color view, from shape view. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
I think I like that one. You just reminded me. At times you know something and you'll be wondering, you'll be looking for it on the system. Can you see the difference this thing added to it? So should we go with this one? Or which one? I close my eyes, I keep going. So I need to move on. I copy it. When you want to copy, make sure you copy from beyond to beyond. Otherwise, your system may not pick some things. Otherwise, it may not pick some things. So, Control C, and I go back to my Excel and paste it. Let me share my Excel page with you now. Oh, can you see?
Yeah, but why is it red now?
Madam, I don't know that one. I may not be able to answer that question. But we can actually change the color. At least I know that one. You can come back here and play. Maybe the thing from that place, when it got here, it actually matched a different setting for the color. And that is why color, theme, color, that's a different thing on its own. You need to go and understand how to adjust colors and themes. You can come here and play with different effects like this. Which one should we pick now? Mind you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should always use flashy colors when you are doing this kind of work. You get my point? But because of the kind of work we are doing, it will be good to have a deep background, or so you can put something light on top, or you have a light background and put something deep on top because of your need for contrast. Are we okay? Now,
Yeah.
icons, our icons. We need icons. Where are these icons? I downloaded the icons earlier. I'm trying to look for where I kept them. If I can simply get them to make life easy for us. Good, I got it. These are the icons. And how do you get these icons? Simply come to Insert, Icons, and be searching for icon one by one. Money, for example, money. There's one money we have in that place. This is. I insert it. Can you see? I have it already. And this one, how do you fish it out? Calendar, this one looks like calendar. This one looks like piggy. This one looks like award or medal. This one looks like a chart. So that is how you search for those icons. Except if you have the time, you can sit down and be playing around with all the icons and be looking for which one you feel that you like. You have a lot to play with. So if you look for medal, for example, medal. Can you see? You pick it. You don't actually need to insert everything. You can pick, okay, the piggy, something that looks like pig. Then you can also pick something that looks like calendar or dates. You can say calendar, or you can pick dates. Okay, can you see? Pick this, pick this, pick this. So by the time I bring in all these things, I can have them here and have things to, and have them to play. This one is here. This is here. And this is here. Good. So just like that. But because our background is control, no, all these things here, select. In case you are trying to pick an icon or something on your system, and the system is not allowing you to select everything together, come to this place, click on select objects, and you see what will happen. Control C.
Sorry, where did you select object from?
Control return.
Objects.
Control what?
When you go
No,
to
I said you
home,
should go back and do
when
it
you
again.
go to home,
Oh, okay.
you go to home,
Okay.
you see that select, find
Okay.
and select will come up. Then you can
Find
now
and select.
click on select object. That selection pane I showed you in PowerPoint, you can also have it here for you to be able to pick. Remember, all those things we copy from PowerPoint, they are all represented as individual objects here. I didn't group them. You understand? Maybe I should have grouped them self. That would have been a better option for me. So I think I should group all these things. How do I group here? Select all these things. Ah, wow, what's happening? Is I going to be selecting one by one? Select everything down. When you group, it makes your work easy to handle. So you won't have something hard. Everything got all good. What should I do? I should be able to select multiple items, right? So what I did, I press Control and I'm selecting them one by one.
You can't do select, shift, and the last one.
So, I don't know. Control G. Control G is supposed to be group. It is go to here. So, okay, right click, group. You understand? Can you see? So at least some of these things will not scatter. Everything is put together here now. So back to my icons. I now need to just do some look at our specimen. How did they arrange those icons? I don't have this icon that look like board. Why? This one, sales dashboard. Let's quickly look for it. Insert. Ah, my people, time is gone. Time is gone. Charts. So once I just show you one or two things, I will leave you, commit you into the hands of God to go and conclude the rest. I wish I could ask you to submit your work, but I don't have that power. So I change this one to color white. So see how it works. Ah, what happened to my second of this thing? Where is it? Right. That's one of the things I was talking about. So we won't have to lose out on any of those things. You know what's happening?
No.
Is it going to the back?
It's going to the back. Yeah, it's going to the back. Yes.
On Excel, can you send to the front or send to the back?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So I send backward. I don't send to the back, but otherwise, to go and stay behind. Okay, I can try it here. Send to back. You go and stay behind the background. And I now click on this one.
What if you say bring to the front? Because now the other item, that shape has gone.
If I say it should go where?
Bring to the front what you pasted.
That's
Because
another
now
option.
the other shape has gone.
Okay, let me undo what I did.
Yeah. Okay, I said bring to the front.
So this one, bring to the front. Now, I appreciate this your contribution. It really saved me a lot. So this one is money. This one is something like this. This one is just like, yeah, then the pose. This one is okay. This one is to the right actually. This one is to the right here. Then this one is here. This one stands here. This is here. This one is like the printer. I don't know. Okay, should be something else. Okay, this one should come here. What is missing? I don't know this one. I wanted to use it in place of this thing before. Can you see what we have done now? So now that we have done these things, we will now bring our text. We have about
the one there does not have any icon, or is it plain?
This one. I said someone should give me an LBS logo. We should be able to post logo there.
Not even that one. Below the is it board?
This one, yes. Yes. Yeah. This is where I will put my slicers.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm talking about text box. Text box could be powerful and very powerful. So this is one of the uses of text boxes. Shape. We don't need this outline. No outline. Then we don't need the background as well. So we just want to type sales dashboard. Sales dashboard. Control D. We bring it to everywhere. This one can be like monthly. Monthly. This one, the same thing, to replicate it, except for you to be looking for text box again. You can say total sales. This thing, you appreciate this thing we are doing today when you have to work on Power BI. It is like the long way of doing dashboard. Power BI makes it easy, but when you get to Power BI, you will not. It's good to do this one. Anybody that knows Power BI before learning these things in Excel, you never want to do things like this. So I think I will stop here. Other things we can be filling them in by ourselves. You understand what I mean? You can be replicating it and be adjusting it, except for something like this. Let me come to this place. We have to do top products. Right. Can I even talk about it now? No, I can't do that thing. So you understand these things. Now there are some things. Not yet. When you finish it, you appreciate it better. You increase the font. Oh, mama. You increase the font, you make it bold. You can change the color. Let's do something like bold. Can make it bigger. So this one is supermarket shop. Supermarket shop. No, shouldn't be small letter. Supermarket shop. What again? This one too. Control, no. And then Control Z. This one. This. Control C. Now this ones and this, I'll change the color, make it bigger, bold, bring it up a little. Then the information here, the way you bring in information into dashboard, the way that information is on your analysis worksheets, you just go, you do something, you come to this place, the formula bar, you type is equal to, you go and bring the total sales. Remember, we did total sales somewhere. This is total sales, remember? That is it.
Okay, so as it changes.
So it will be linked to what you have on that your worksheet. That's your worksheet, you can hide it. But this is what people will be seeing, and you can hide it, lock it, and you are good to go. All right, that's that. Now for this total profits, remember we also have total profits. If you type is equal to here, it may not work. So you come to the formula bar, is equal to, what is our profits? You bring it in. I don't like the way this thing is changing. It didn't recognize the formatting I put there. Okay, can you see? Then we also come here, the profit margin. The profit margin, we come and pick it here. So I also apply my formatting. Is it looking like it?
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
lastly, before I leave you to go for today, sorry for keeping you waiting. I hope people have not angrily left me alone. You copy our these elements. These our elements. You copy this our charts. You copy which other one? This one. Copy them. And come and paste them on our dashboard. And then do the arrangement. Okay. This one come here. This year come here. Month come here. Then this one come here. This one come here. This one come here. Work just began. Because you will see this kind of white background and tell me that you have done a very good job. You yourself won't like it. You won't be happy with yourself. Say, or is this what you have come to do? So work just began. How do I go about this? Let me bring this legend up. Legend up. So yeah. Then background, I come to my format. Is it format design, or how do I do? Design shape fill. I remove. Can you see? Then I change this one to white. Change this one to white or any other color within fit. Then we can change the color for these charts. Let me change color for charts. Yeah. What are these things? This thing is giving me. I want a special color. What you are giving me? It is a function of the theme anyway. So the theme we are using, you understand? Are you getting my point? It's a function of the theme we are using. So we decide to change it or play around it like that. So let me leave that one for now. Now, this one, it shouldn't look like this normally. You just quickly make it look like this. Then the same thing you do for this other one. And I'll just quickly talk about how to edit this one to make it look can you see? It is almost getting there, Abby. Are we getting there?
Yeah, close.
Can we see something is happening? Can we see our figures changing?
Yeah.
Yes, boss.
Well, can we see our chart also adjusting? So, can I give you the rest to go and play with? I don't know. Time is not on our side, but I believe at this point in time, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you on some of the tactics for what color should I use for this thing? What color should I? Let me look at that specimen. What color did they use? Oh yeah, they are playing with red and blue. Can you see? And even the red they are using, they even use gradient stuff like that. So you know how I do this one? You just remove the background. Here is background, yes. No, you. My people. Question. How to go?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ibami. Thank you so much for your time and for taking us through this. Now, I don't have any further questions, but to request that you can kindly share this with us and also the original template that we are trying to work towards. We appreciate that and we can try it on our own. Thank you.
All right, sir. I'll do that one. Yeah, now look at this thing, this slicer. You know it is white and you would like white on this background. Huh? So for you to adjust it, you just have to come to this style to play around with what you have here. You play around with all the options. You can adjust the color. The old slicer, for example, is here. You can decide to format The fill color, we say we don't want fill. The header, the selected item, you know, the header. Okay, you don't want fill. Let me do that one first. We don't want fill. And I think this is it. No, it's not giving me white. That's not what I meant to.
Fine, not
So
fine.
that's not fine, yeah. So we are going to play around it to edit it further. Where is edit? We need to modify the settings on the background of this slicer. Where is it? Header, format, no color. No, I picked white. I should have picked no fill color. You understand? I picked white. Oh, slicer. I also picked white. I should have picked no fill color. Okay. So what's happening now? Hi, wow. Okay, let me see if I can modify this one. So that is what we need to play around with to be able to get what a color that will blend into that background. Are we okay now? I'm trying to see which of the formatting, which of these things. Then somebody asked a question which I have not been able to, I did not answer. He said, if you can know a color, you know, you want to copy something, you want to replicate exactly. If you can know the color of a particular item. So the simplest way to get it done, let me pick a particular color from here, for example. Which color am I going to pick? This orange color. You understand? The simplest way is I take it to Paint. Paint has something they call color picker. All these graphics application, Corel Draw, Adobe Photoshop, but Paint is the closest one. This is how you are going to get it. I open Paint. I believe everybody has Paint on their system. I have 1 minute to leave here. I don't want to abuse the privilege, but where is Paint to?
You should be the one thanking you and apologizing. Thank you.
So let me quickly share that screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I'll just share the entire screen. I'm working on. Okay. So I do something they call, I do something they call snipe. Sniping tool. So I use the sniping tool to pick the color I want. I take it to Paint. Paint is opening on my second screen. Sorry, I need to move it in. Okay, I bring it here, Control V. Now, there's this thing they call color picker. Can you see it? They call to you to pick the color you want. Can you see this thing has changed? Then you can now look at the color code. Do you understand? RGB, you have 255 140.
So the color is a mix of these three or what?
You said?
This color is a mix of these three, or that's what the color?
Yes, it's a mix. That's the way they describe color. You can either use that the RGB or the HSL code for describing the color. There's also another one, exact something way of getting describing your color. So once you have that one, we can come here. Okay, we can come here and say we want to change this color to that particular. So I'll come here, more field, RGB, Abby. I say 255 140 and 123. Can you see?
So it gives you the exact color
Able
combination.
to exact.
Wow.
So if I want to copy something, replicate it, I'll be able to pick that color. Bam, put it there.
So Ayo, please, where did you go to again? You sniped and then you went to where?
I went to Paint now. Paint. I mentioned Paint. Paint has that functionality. You see that Paint, Adobe, Corel, Adobe Photoshop, Corel Draw. Those are the applications that have color picker. Then if you go online, you can also see something they call color picker. I think you should be able to see something like that online. So that is that. Oh, thank you, everybody. I believe it has been.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Thank you very much, sir.
So we can have one more class with you.
Ah. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity you have given me. I appreciate it. Maybe some other time I can create another time, but next week going forward, I might just be dialing in to listen, not to talk. So I would like you to play around with that background for the slicer. Let it blend in, work with it, and work with it. You just replicate, try and replicate this thing with it yourself. We still have the other fields to touch. Create all those things like that pie chart, and just bring it in and place it here.
Sorry, the plaque, what's the award? Is just a combination of text boxes.
The plaque, you definitely have to type something there. You put the top category and the top product. There is a way you are supposed to be able to say, okay, these are the top 10, the top performer. You can be able to fish that one out. You now put the text box there and say, and the system will automatically feed it in with the information you have from the pivot table or from your analysis worksheet. So that is what's supposed to be there. Let me show you something I did. Let me show you something. I know 2 hours will not be enough for us to actually work on this thing. Can you see?
Yes.
Can you see what I did?
Yes.
It's giving me the top product. The top product is product 42. And what is it? 18 feet. And how much is it? $2,916. Then category 05. How much is it? So that is for January. If I change this thing, it changes somehow relatively. Product 05. So those are just some of the stuffs, you know. So things you have to play around with. So that is just what is there. And the way you work on it is such that I know you don't want to, I don't want to take your time. So there are some things we put into the formula that will actually give you something like the top products, the top, there's a formula they call rank. You understand? There's a formula they call rank, there's a formula they call offset. So you use that one to rank. After it ranks the data, 1 to whichever number items they have, then you can now say you want to know which one is number 1. So I just did VLOOKUP 1 from here, and then from here to give me the name of the product that corresponds with number 1. This is number 1. And the VLOOKUP will bring out 42 for me. bring out feet, that is the unit of measurement, bring out the amount, and that is just the quantity to bring it out. So that is how that works. Then there's also something I wanted to show you about combo, this scroll, I see not working. Okay, why is it not? No. Scrolling of this thing, because you have a very large data set, you may not be able to use all of them at the same time, so that your table will not look cumbersome. So you just put a scroll bar beside it, linking it up. Then there's also something about this profitability. There's a chart for it, whereby you can just play around with something like these checkboxes. If you want to see the overall, you want to see the profitability, you know, and some stuff like that. So, my people, I know you are already saturated, but I would just appreciate if somebody can work on this. And if you have any challenge, please call me. I believe my telephone number, my contact is on the chat group. So I think it's good to call it a day here. And as I've said, can play around with Chandu, my good friend, Lila Garani, and quite a number of Excel stuff on YouTube. Thank you very much,
you, Mr.
everybody.
Ariel.
Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank
So
you so
you
much,
still
sir.
share based on Joshua's request, please, so that we can practice.
All right, I'll do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everybody. Promise me you will practice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we will.
We will
Thank you very
practice.
much.
We surely practice.
All right. Enjoy your day. Thank you so
You
much.
too, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Pardon? Mom Mercy. Good afternoon, Mercy. How are you? Very well, thank you. Okay.